Goodness me, it's cold. 1.5 degrees. Morning, guys. How we doing?
Is that the budget, the overall budget for Merthyr will have to be reviewed as to see whether there might be some savings elsewhere to make sure that they meet their demands. There will also be additional grants that they may be able to apply for. It's a very difficult situation.
Incredibly difficult. I mean, we've seen councils over the border in England go to the wall. I mean, it was just technically declared bankrupt, even though it's practically the case, but technically so, because the pressures are too large. And we've had the Auditor General here, the spending watchdog, saying, you know, that's a real possibility here in Wales as well.
It is a possibility. They call it Section 114, where you actually sort of say, well, look, we can't cope, and there will be special needs, and I mean that in special needs for not for care for anybody, but for the local authority, where they will then sort of swoop down and say, well, you can do this, this, and this, but not this. What happens is that they will try to balance the books. You have to balance the books. You've got first the demands in terms of social care. You've got demands for education, but you've also got legal requirements in terms of local government legislation, where you have a balanced budget books every year. You can't sort of say, well, we'll overspend this year and we'll dip into next year's money. That is not feasible and not allowed.
Let's stick to social care, because being able to provide a good level of social care probably doesn't get the same sort of political focus as the NHS as it should, really, because they are sort of two sides of the same coin. If your social care system is creaking, isn't working, it's going to have a big impact on the NHS. It is two systems that work in tandem.
Oh, exactly. I mean, you're unwell, you're elderly, they wish to discharge you. So you have to contact the local authority, but then they will put a care package in place. if they can't put that care package in place when you want to discharge the patient from the hospital, you have to hang on to that person. This is one of the issues with respect to bed blocking. And this is why there's an argument to say, well, perhaps all this sort of social care should be sort of under another umbrella, if you like, as opposed to being a local authority driven in terms of who looks after someone who has had an operation or has been unwell and now they need to be discharged, but they can't go home to their own home and look after themselves. All they need perhaps is someone to come in and get them dressed, get them fed, and make sure that they're nice and warm. But you can't rely on the local authority to be able to do it instantly. It has to be put into place. So that's pressure on the local authority. You have other social care issues where if you have children who need to go into care, you don't have sufficient foster carers. So you have to go out of county, they call it, even across the border, where it's going to cost you more. So there are lots of issues here that impact on how much money you've got to spend. And you can't turn on and say, it's not like filling a hole in the road to say, oh, we'll hang on for another month and we'll fill it next month or that sort of thing. It has to be done now. And that is one of the headaches, if you like, that councils encounter.
I did a piece online a few years ago about the issues with social care, and I came across a manifesto commitment from the very first Senedd election in 1999, and it was to ni wedi trafod eisoes. Felly, yn syml iawn, da, fydden ni'n hoffi rhyw fath o ddatrysiad, yr rhanbarthau i gyd yn mynd o amgylch y bwrdd gyda'r undeb, a fod yna rhyw fath o undod. Fi'n credu bod pawb ar y donfedd anghywir ar hyn o bryd, o bosib fod yr undeb yn ceisio gweld hyn fel gormod o fusnes neu rhywbeth sydd yn hanesyddol yn rhan o'n treftadaeth ni. Felly fydden ni'n gobeithio fydden rhyw fath o ddatrysiad yn digwydd a fydden ni'n parhau o dan y drefn a fi, ond mewn rhyw fath o hynny, mewn rhyw stratosffer o ran buddsoddiad yn hollol wahanol, achos fel i ni'n gwybod, fel y mae hi ar hyn o bryd, dwi jyst ddim yn bosib iddyn nhw i chwarae gyda'r pedwar rhanbarth, ond wedyn fydden ni'n gobeithio fod y gêm ar lawr gwlad yn ffynnu hefyd, yna fod yna rhyw fath o strategaeth yn 2026.
So 2026 i'r flwyddyn lle mae pethau'n troi rownd o ran rygbi yng Nghymru. Dyfed, diolch yn fawr iawn i ti, Dyfed Cynan fyna. Mae gêm ar gymanfod, wrth gwrs. Mae hwnnw'n digwydd yn 2026. Mae'n mynd i fod yn flwyddyn lawn dop. Amser i ni fwrw golwg ar bapurau newydd y bore nawr, hynny gyda Rhys Owen o Barc Cenedlaethol Eryri. Bore da i chi, Rhys, ddim i droi i'r Guardian, fi'n credu i ddechrau gyda, bod gyfyniadau embargo a Rwsia, mae dros 21 miliwn o daies Michelin wedi cael ei ethforio i'r wlad.
Ie, rhywbeth dynodd y sylw, mae rhywun wastad wedi clywed am yr embargos a cyfyngiadau masnach ar Rwsia oherwydd y rhyfel efo Ukraine. Ac oedd y penod yn eithriweddol a'r llun hefyd mewn ffordd bod yna werth 21 miliwn o bunna o deiars Michelin wedi cael ei gwerthu. Wan, mae'r gwneithurwr Ffrenig wedi gwneud bob math o bethau i leihau y risg o'i nwyddau'n cael ei gwerthu i Rwsia, ond yn amlwg maen nhw'n gollwng yn rwla ac lot o hein wedi tarddu o Twrci, Sbaen a Saudi Arabia. Felly mae'r system yn gollwng nwyddau drwad i Rwsia. Dwi'n meddwl bod hwn yn tynnu sylw at na dydy'r cyfyngiadau ar embargos yn economaidd ddim yn gweithio'n drwyadol mewn ffordd bod masnachwyr a rei gwledydd yn trio gorau yn amlwg mae'na nwyddau'n gallu mynd drwad yna. Y cwestiwn ehangach dwi'n meddwl yn mama ydi be ydy'r oblygiadau am stwff milwrol a defnyddio'r rhyfel os liciwch chi hefyd wrth gwrs ynddo.
Sawl papur Rhys ar ystadegau wedi goeddi am y gwasanaeth iechyd yn genedlaethol ac pam bod pobl yn mynd i'r adran damwynio bris. Dwi wedi cael sioc wrth weld yr rhai o'r achosion.
Mae eisiau gras efo bobl yn dweud. Mae yna 1.4 miliwn o bobl wedi bod yn mynd i weld A&E am bod nhw'n pesychu. 1.9 miliwn am bod gennyn nhw gur pen. 4,200 am bod gennyn nhw hiccups. Mae ddiwch i ddeud yn mae eisiau ysgwyd rei o'r bobl.
Yeah, thanks, man. Just give me some PTSD now. £95,000.
What's that reaction?
I'm not bitter about it at all. I'm not bitter. No, it's obviously the celebrity was brilliant in all fairness. I really enjoyed it because I thought it was going to go one or two ways. It's either going to be really good or really bad. But in all fairness, it was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed watching it.
we're all obsessed with it, aren't we, the traitors? And it's not going away. Why do you think it is, Andrew? Why is it so successful?
I think it's obviously the normal one and the normal people. I think it's just because there's just normal people off the street and there's normal people, and it's a clever game, I think. And people say you're going to get experts coming in and playing the game and working. I don't think you can work it out, to be honest with you, because you don't really know each other from Adams. You can't really read people's body language or anything. So I don't think you can work the game out, to be honest. I think it's an exciting game. It's a good format.
Obviously it's been filmed, but your advice for anybody thinking about going on it, what would you say to them? We are laughing. Don't do it, don't do it.
No, I'm forever grateful to be on that television programme. It's given me the opportunity to do what I do now, but like I say, go on, just remember, it's a game at the end of the day, and try not to, it is hard when you get accused of something, especially when you're innocent. It's like anything in life, when you get accused of something, and you're innocent, it's really horrible. But when you've got like 6, 7 people ganging up against you, it's horrible, it's a horrible feeling. But I just remember what's important in life, and that's what I did when I was in there, remembering my family, my friends. They know who I really am, really. I'm not a nasty person always lying, but they know what I'm like outside the game.
Yeah, and you used it as a platform, didn't you, to talk about mental health and share your story as well, which you're still doing, Andrew, which is remarkable. Thank you ever so much for joining us. I'm sure we'll speak very soon, and I know you'll be watching tomorrow. It's on BBC One Wales and iPlayer at 8 o'clock on New Year's Day. Andrew, thank you very much.
It's so good.
You'd be a good traitor, I know you would.
Oh, thank you.
Is that a compliment?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably not, actually.
No, I'm faithful through and through.
Cheers, Andrew. Right then, it is to 8:54, 2025. It has been an incredible year.
I'm good,
comebacks
thanks.
in music.
I'm good, thanks. How are you? It's nearly 9 a.m. here. 9 in the morning. Is it New Year yet where you are? Good morning, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys.
I agree. I mean, it was that.
Felly fi'n gobeithio ar challenge I fi hun. Fy adduned blwyddyn newydd I yw prynu mwy o ddillad yn ail law. Adduniad blwyddyn newydd fi ydy bod yn mwy gyson. Cyson efo gym, cyson efo rhedag, cyson efo gwaith, a jyst cyson yn gyfan gwbl, really.
Fy adduned blwyddyn newydd I yw darllen mwy a ymarfer mwy o pêl-rwy. Fy adduned blwyddyn newydd yw wneud mwy o gymnastig.
Adduned blwyddyn newydd fi yw I wario llai o amser ar fy ffôn, gan fy mod I wedi mynd yn ddibynnol arno, ac yn...
So it's one of our main things, big gigs and the small gigs as well. We're good in Cardiff, particularly at attracting massive names like we did over the past year, like Oasis. But also those small gigs and the small venues are really important as well.
Is the gap growing though between the big artists and the small ones?
Shut up! Chatting absolute garbage. Chatting absolute nonsense.
Where
am I going? I'm going to work.
Bore taid a fi dde, nes I fwynhau gryndo ar yr adduned yna, amrywiaeth mawr yn dyfe, a rhai o'n nhw yn benodol iawn, a rhai o'n nhw'n fawr iawn, rhai o'n nhw'n negyddol, rhai o'n nhw'n positif, a
un o'r pethau mwyaf pwysig yw bod yn realistig, bydden ni'n gweud. Pwy fwyaf penodol chi'n gallu bod, mae hwnna'n dangos bod fwy o lwyddiant, oedd rhywbeth, ddim yn cofio pyn oedd e, ond i fod yn fwy cyson y fe wedodd rhywun, ond mae hwnna'n fawr iawn. Bydden ni'n torri hwnna lawr i rhywbeth darnau bach a penodol mae hi'n gallu ei wneud. So bod yn realistig a torri pethau lawr i darnau bach, camau bach, yn dyfe. Un o'r pethau eraill yw, mae'r ymchwil yn dangos, i fod yn positif, achos mae lot haws i dod â pethau newydd da mewn i'n bywydau ni, na rhoi lawn rhywbeth. Achos ni'n mynd i roi lawn rhywbeth, ni yn hoffi enghraifft, rhoi lan alcohol falle. Ond gallai bod yn niweidiol, felly mae fe'n bwysig bod ni'n rhoi rhai pethau lan, ond i ganolbwyntio ar beth positif sy'n mynd i ddod mas o hwn. Beth gallai ddod â pethau positif mewn yn lle alcohol.
I ni falle weithiau yn ceisio wneud gormod, gosod rhestr hir o aduniadau ac
in Cardiff, London and Bristol, and that's going to be really emotional for a lot of people. We've never, like with Oasis, a lot of people hadn't seen them before. It's going to be the same with the super furry animals. But then we do have big shows coming to Cardiff again this year. Metallica in the stadium, The Cure, Neil Young is coming to the big Blackwheel Fields in Cardiff as well. I think one of the big stories this year, weirdly, is something that won't happen, which is Glastonbury. There's no Glastonbury this year. The cows are looking after the fields and enjoying the green grass of Pilton. There are no more rumours of Oasis reforming. There's rumours of Nebworth happening, so we probably haven't heard the last from the Gallagher brothers.
Blwyddyn newydd ar you. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I think he's with that, isn't he?
He did mention Take That in the circus. The tour is back after 7 years. That for me was the headline. Who knows his stuff? Yeah, I've got Southampton and Cardiff twice. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, I've got tickets for something. I cannot wait. It's going to be a cracking year. It's going to be a cracking day of music as well. The party is here on BBC Radio Wales. Sam Vaughan next. Doing it throughout the day. You've got Johnny Owen, Vicky McClure. You've got Rob Phillips, Molly Stevens. It won't end.
This is Radio Wales on BBC Sounds, or ask your smart speaker to play BBC Radio Wales. BBC News for Wales at 9 o'clock. This is Rebecca Miles. Rail services are running again in both directions through the Channel Tunnel. Tens of thousands of people had their travel plans disrupted by a power failure and a stranded train yesterday. Repair work was carried out overnight, but people with Eurostar bookings are being told to check for possible delays and last-minute cancellations. The Sun's travel editor, Lisa Minnow, told Radio Wales Breakfast there will be more disruption today.
I think we're going to see issues throughout the day. This is a very busy time of year anyway, and just the knock-on effect of what happened yesterday is going to take some time to recover from, as well as the fact that we don't yet have a completely up and running train infrastructure there in place, which is why we've seen the issues, you say, with Le Shuttle, and of course this morning there has been already cancellations on the Eurostar.
The Queen has shared publicly for the first time her experience of suffering an attempted indecent assault when she was a teenager. Taking part in a BBC discussion of domestic violence, the Queen also spoke to the BBC racing commentator John Hunt and his daughter Amy. She praised their courage after Mr. Hunt's wife Carol and two daughters Louise and Hannah were killed by Louise's ex-partner. Queen Camilla said public conversations about women's safety have brought back a memory which had been lurking in her mind.
I was attacked on a train and I'd sort of forgotten about it, but I remember at the time being so angry when I was reading my book and, this boy man attacked me and I did fight back, and I remember getting off the train and my mother looking at me and saying, "Why's your hair standing on end and why's the button knitting from your coat?" And I was so furious about it.
The Cardiff-based company says it's moved a step closer to its goal of making materials in space Space Forge wants to manufacture high-grade semiconductors in a satellite as it orbits Earth. Its chief executive, Josh Weston, told Radio Wales Breakfast how the technology works.
Really what we have is an industrial-grade microwave is the best way to think about it. But instead of getting warm enough to heat your food up, we instead heat this to 1,000 Celsius, which forces gas to become a crystal, which is what semiconductors are made out of. We crisscross the planet every 92 minutes. We're sat at about 510 kilometres, and it's also Wales's first satellite in space.
Israel says it'll stop 37 aid organisations from operating in Gaza and the West Bank from
Hotspur wedi cytuno'r ffi o 35 miliwn o bunnoedd am yr ymysodwr Brennan Johnson. Mae'r Cymro eto i benderfynu os ydi o am symud ar draws y ddinas. Johnson oedd prif sgoriwr Tottenham y tymor diwetha gyda 19 o goliau. Mae Arsenal 5 pwynt yn glir ar frig tabl uwch yng Nghyngor Lloegr ar ôl buddigoliaeth o 4 gol i 1 yn erbyn Aston Villa neithiwr. Hefyd neithiwr 1 yr un olir rhwng Manchester United a Wolves, 2 yr un rhwng West Ham a Brighton, 2 ddim i Everton a Nottingham Forest, 2 yr un Chelsea a Bournemouth, a besgoriodd y Cymro David Brooks i'r ymwelwyr gyda Newcastle fuddigo o 2 i 1 yn Burnley. A mi fydd Johnny Clayton yn wynebu Ryan Searle o'i gyrforydd rownd 8 ola pencampwriaeth a datia PDC y byd. A tywydd dechrau llawllyd codi yn ddwrnod heilog ond yn oer cyn cymylu erbyn diwedd.
Read select.
1.
Calculating route 1.
Yn sych tua'r 10 gyda chymodau clir a tymheredd yn disgyn i'r hewbwynt mewn man atledig yn godin wyntog ar draws y gogledd. Fe fydd i ddechrau cymylog fori glaw tua'r 10 yn eiafod dros dir uchel yn y gogledd, cyfnodau heilog yn ystod prynhawn ambell i bod yn fydd yr awyl yn gryr hyd glanau'r gogledd, tymheredd yn 5 a 7 Celsius, dros nos wedyn eira ar draws y gogledd, rhagor eira wedyn ar draws y gogledd ac orllewin nos Wener. O ran y ffyrdd yn Sir Fynwyr A442 ar gael rhwng Croes y Pant Groetre a'r A472 yn Felin Bach. Y boletin nesaf wedyn am ddeg. Fion Emyr ar BBC Radio Cymru. Diolch yn iawn Elin. Wel, am y tro ola yn 2025, gai ddweud bore da i chi.
And then in the weekend, mainly in parts of the west. So it's a cold start out there, a fairly widespread sharp frost, a lot of dry weather in today's forecast, some sunshine with clouds sinking southwards as the day progresses. The wind's quite light, today's high is 3 to 7 Celsius. As we go into the new year, a dry though cloudy picture, and then through the early hours of tomorrow morning, some patchy rain mainly in the north. Overnight lows 4 Celsius in Porthmadog, -1 in Merthyr Tydfil, the highest chance to 8 Celsius. And then tomorrow night into Friday morning, rain, sleet and snow sinking southwards. No weather warnings out yet, but that's something we're keeping a close eye on. That's your latest.
Diolch Rebecca and Sabrina Cole this morning. Had to defrost the car to get in this morning.
Radio Wales.
Good morning, Gorda. Sanborn in for Bronwyn on the last day of 2025 as we edge closer to the new year. We're talking bucket lists for the next 12 months across Wales. A list has been revealed of the top things to do in Wales. So I'll be sharing a few of them and asking for your hidden gems. So let's create a little mid-morning secret club. It's 03700 100 110 on WhatsApp. Plus soundtrack in the last day of the year. I've got Ray, the man that smashed at the Principality Stadium last year, after Amy Winehouse.
Oh my God.
In fact,
Letitia, just in time. How you doing?
In 700 meters, turn left.
Happy New Year, Letitia. It's gonna be a good one. 2026, definitely. Can't be any worse than this year, 25. I've gone down the wrong road here. Ah, can't believe it. What's the next one? Got to make me one, please. I've not had one yet. Gonna go get one in a minute. Have a lovely day, Letitia. If we don't chat before tonight, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Lived here for a long time, but I've never got around to doing things. Text me on 8, 10, 12 and tell me about somewhere in Wales that you've been keeping a secret and recommend. It's 03700 100 110 on the WhatsApp, or if you want to give me a call, and those recommendations of great, amazing places, things to do or things to go and see across Wales. We're talking all about them this morning. 8, 10, 12 on text as well. Plus, I'll be soundtracking your Wednesday. I've got Ray's new one, Where's My Husband, after this from Billy Joel.
Oh my Lord.
For the lost ones, one tear for the broken hearted, pour out a little holy water, 2 tears for the soul departed, pour out a little holy water,
Plastig dal yn bodoli, ond dim yn far dal i be bynnag, felly pob lwc i chi reid bins allan os da chi fatha fi hyn yma. Reit, ta, ar y rhaglen heno, da ni ddim am drafod ailgylchu am awr a 3/4 yn gaddo. Ond be ydyn ni'n di fod yn ei drafod ydy lluniau. Rwan, swn i'n mynd yn ôl rhyw 20 mlynedd a swn i'n mynd allan ar nos galan, be fyswn i'n bendant yn pacio yn fy mag fysa camera digidol. Mi fysa hwnnw, swn i wedi rhaid yn siŵr bod fi wedi chargio fo, a bod yna hen digon o le yn y SIM card, bod fi wedi dewis handbag efo hen digon o le i'r camera digidol, a hwnnw fysa y peth gorau yn noson yna, tynnu lluniau o bob un dim. A da ni'n mynd i fod yn dathlu y camera digidol ar y rhaglen heddiw yma, achos mae camera digidol yn dathlu hanner can mlynedd. A sgwrs, efo Martha Elen, mae Martha wedi cael blwyddyn a hanner eleni, wedi cychwyn cwmni newydd. Mi fydden ni'n trafod hynny, ac wrth gwrs wedi rhai cerddoriaeth newydd am y tro cynta un, a mae rhaid i ddeud dwi wedi mwynhau i seimlo yn fawr iawn, lle edrych ymlaen yn arw i gael sgwrs efo'r ddau nhw heddiw. Ond, blwyddyn llefyrchus arall iddo fo, i fod o wedi ymddeol. Ymddeol o gan efo band, cofiwch chi. Dyma ni.
Digwyddiad.